Greetings, my excellent friends. I have good news for Gwonbush. I have remembered the lightning jabber. Though it also helps that we did not have a conversation over the weekend between then and when you pointed that out, so it was at the bottom of our... Yes, I thought you might have, because if you hadn't, I think you would have told me today, probably before I began. And of course, I get a DM from somebody 3 minutes into the stream's beginning. One moment. Okay, never mind. That's not something I need to address. Good. I just wanted to call out the person if they happen to be listening in. What Gwonbush is talking about is that, remember last time we played this game, Karlach was in that position of having to throw outside of combat, and that carries with it the issue of the returning pike forgetting the returning part and just becoming pike. So we threw the lightning jabber. Well, that lightning jabber is still on the floor in that chamber, and we should go pick it up before we move on with our lives. And that was something that Gwon noticed, I think, like, an hour after the stream ended, and he sent me a message saying, hey, I think that's on the floor. And I'm like, well, I hope we remember by Tuesday. One of us. And thankfully I did. So between the two of us, of him noticing it in the first place, because I absolutely would not have, and then me remembering what he said, we shall not be losing a valuable item due to neglect. But I would say that there are at least 100 Baldur's Gate 3 players who have lost a magic weapon because they've thrown it in combat and haven't thought about collecting it after. There's gotta be. Hopefully it's on the floor. The worst case scenario is if Shadow Karlach picked it up and then that made it disappear. I don't think... I think we may have noticed that if it happened. I don't know. She did throw at one point. I'm not sure what she was throwing, though. She picked it up and threw it at us. Oh. Right, but if she threw it, then she threw it. Go. Right, so here we are at the, I find it very strange the way this, the way that you can see the floor, but it's like only at like mid-range, because we cannot see it close, and that's the problem I ran into. As I got closer to it, it disappeared. But we also cannot see the ending. Like only like there's a min and max distance for you to and I wonder how that changes if you like split the party up. I assume if you have someone here and someone there, the whole thing disappears, but
with haste.
Odd. Alright, it was the self-same trial, I believe. So it's back up here. We still... I think we've done the trials based on the... just purely based on this description here in the companion quest. It says, we successfully navigated... Yeah, it doesn't say we've completed the trials, but wasn't there something that said we've finished... We acquired a bunch of Umbral gems. Maybe there's the fourth one in here, but... Something gave me the impression that these three were the main three. I don't know what it was. Anyway. As usual at this time of year, we'll play the air conditioner on and off game. Right, lightning. Jab air. It's tossed somewhere over here. If it exists. There it is! Oh, it's not for me. There we go, saved! And you're right, that isn't where I threw it, so she did pick it up and lob it at us. I can't complain. I'm impressed, if anything, by that forethought. Yeah, it's interesting, schools of video game combat philosophy. The question, can the enemies do what the players can? Because plenty of them have unbalanced combat systems where you have your own set of like abilities and stuff, and then the monsters of the enemies have their own, and it's different. But then other games will equalize it. Like, the reason for the unbalanced thing is because usually you're a small group and the enemies are a legion, and so the enemies have to be weaker overall, but it's not the case when you're fighting copies of your party, so yeah, it makes sense that the throwing girl would start throwing things!
Her most sacred path.
Right, that's where we went already. Rusty spear, not nearly as interesting as the lightning jabber, I'm afraid. So what is going on here? This has got like a... I don't know if this is a barrier or some kind of like air thing, whether walking through it is fine and it's meant to keep something else out, or whether we're going to have to find a way to lower this, but we have some levers in here.
We outnumber you. Leave me be.
Yeah, that's it. That's the other thing. Yeah, they often, Fuck off!
Unworthy of duck.
Strange little beast. I would have made short work of it once.
Just fucking tried to bite me! And him! They're not very good at it. So this is where I was saying we might fall later, but in fact it's an elevator. That makes sense. First, let's try to go through here. But yeah, that's a good point. The idea of, you know, you got your oh, hello. You got your party and then you've got a boss. But either way, imbalance is fairly common in video games. Even in games where you just control one character, bosses are usually big, scary, and terrifying. I always look at Kingdom Hearts as a great starter, like a very basic and easy to understand example of the imbalance between the player and the enemy. In that, numerically, the bosses have so much more health than Sora does. Sora's health bar is very, very small. The bosses have several health bars. But they hit you a lot less. Because you can dodge their hits. Whereas they don't really dodge your hits. The whole game is about hitting them as many times as possible. Also, you deal more damage than they do. Which sounds funny, but it's true. For the most part, you can survive a fair few hits from them. But if they were hitting that, if they equalized damage numbers, you would probably get one shot. Just based on the incredible gulf between your health and theirs, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, plus you have healing, right? bosses don't heal. Because healing is unfun. Nobody likes... People, gamers like progress. Funny story. So an enemy in a single-player experience, at least, or a PvE experience, an enemy healing just feels like backstepping. Healing in PvP is fine because that's when everything is balanced and, you know, they don't have high health bars to begin with, so it's like, oh, you erased 2 attacks. Well, that's fine, I'll just attack you another 3 times. But in a single-player game, a boss is meant to be a fairly lengthy experience, and yeah, if they heal a health bar back... That's not to say that healing never happens, but I prefer it only happening when it's something that's, like, telegraphed and avoidable, and it's kind of like, you know, hey, the boss has a healing move, this is how you stop him doing it. Yakuza 1, there's a remake for Yakuza 1, Yakuza Kiwami, had this weird design choice that none of the other games had, where pretty much every boss could just get into like a power-up stance and just start healing. And there was a way to break them out of it, but if you didn't have it prepared, you couldn't do it. And it would just make everything take longer. Because they would just... Any boss at any time could just arbitrarily decide, you know what? I'm going back to full health. And it was the worst. It was the worst fucking thing. It would be the worst game in the series if 3 wasn't so clunky and old. But just for that one decision, the combat in Kiwami 1 is so much worse than anything else. Yeah, if it's a one-time thing, it's almost like part of the script, right? Like if healing is something that happens midway through the fight to denote a phase change, that to me isn't really healing. But if healing is something that can be a natural part of their... Like, if it's healing for sustain, and so it has to be something that you have to disrupt or out-damage, then it becomes miserable. Vanitas Remnant going... Okay, yeah, so what the purpose of that is not to make the fight take forever, it's to prevent you from using your cure spell. And that's a challenge modifier to the fight that is... very funny and interesting. Annoying, but you don't... the end result is, you know, once you know how it works, whether that's by a trial and error or reading about it before you fight him, you don't actually have to fight him with his healing, you just need to adapt. Yeah, that's fine. It's the ones where it's just like, you know, you don't have counterplay and it just makes the fight take longer. Those are the ones that are poorly thought out and not very fun. But yeah, I wouldn't count it along the same vein as a boss gaining an extra health bar when they go superpower, because, you know, that's just Phase 1 and Phase 2. That's what it is. It's Phase 1 and Phase 2. It's 2 different fights. With the same name and model, sure, but it's 2 different fights. In Paper Mario, the Crystal King had a healing move he could use 3 times. Yeah, so if the fight is structured such that the enemy has, like, 500,000 health, and every time you lower him to a set point for the first time, he'll regain some of that. What that really means is that is a 600,000 health bar masquerading under 400,000. It's still controlled. He's going to do it at set points for set amounts. It's static. Bad comes when there's no upper limit to how long the boss can stall you. Unless it's a move that you can prevent. Basically, there's a lot of ways to not make it suck and a lot of ways to make it work, but some of them are bad. Let's see if this lets me through. Silent Library. It is a silencing field. Silence in the library. That's kind of funny. But do we have to fight anybody here? Looks like it. They're enemies. But they're not really attacking. There they are. Damn, I was hoping for a good inroad there, but... Oh, it's just me.
If this isn't important.
So let me use an arrow of... well... oh, what are you? The librarian appears to be one of those... tremors. Okay. You can't sneak attack that, I assume, right? Yeah. You can't sneak attack these guys either. Hang on. What, can you... get closer? Let's not group up. Silence aura. Yeah, that's the one causing the silence. But I can't sneak attack. Oh, I can use the ice arrow. But like, we actually can't sneak attack any of these still because it's too dark for them. Okay, well if I can't sneak attack, then I'm just going to attack this. So he gets the extra.
Well, well.
I might just have her get caught because I don't want to do the returning pike failure thing. Yeah, that's fine.
Need to keep focused.
And Shadowheart cannot do very much, but she could probably shoot this as well.
Need to press onward.
Could she not? Yeah. And she's guaranteed a hit. 8. Have you got a chance of hitting for 8? Maybe. Hopefully. No! Sigh.
Go for the throat.
Well, finish. 3 HP. Maybe I just use your offhand. Huh! That's weird. I don't know that I'm supposed to get that achievement for that. The achievement I just got was Action Surge. Do 5 attacks in 1 turn. I don't know how that makes sense. But anyway. The silence is done. We remain unable to sneak attack these guys, but maybe if Astarion gets closer to you.
Let's go.
Yes, there we are. And there went you.
What should I do?
Not much. I don't think there's much that I would want from your bonus action, so I'm just going to have you end.
Still breathing, despite everything.
You can head there
Never a dull moment.
and end, and now I can use my
Can't
cantrip.
slow down.
Or my fireball. Hang on. Damn. It's a fun idea, but they're just a little too far away from each other, I'm afraid. Disadvantage from the darkness. But not on that one. So let's go with that one.
Think you can take me on?
And you can have the crit. Why not? That's why. Jesus, that was awful. Do they resist fire? I guess they must. They resist a lot of things, actually. From Living Shadow. Ah, because it is lightly or heavily obscured, it has resistance to all damage, except for Psychic or Radiant. Curious. But that was the one that wasn't too dark. Whereas this one was, but isn't fucking... Okay, whatever. It counted the ring as an attack, so he hit 4 times when he entered combat and reset his action and attack again. He did hit that thing a lot. I suppose 'tis true. Well, that wasn't going to work. Miss. Nah. Because apparently y'all can't hit for shit. Oh, just... I thought, wait, Gilded Chest? What kind of name is that? Beckoning Darkness. Causes a creature to be haunted by darkness. It starts taking damage if it enters or starts its turn in an obscured area. I don't think he's in an obscured area, is he? Well, I guess there's a shadow on him. Well, it's 2 to 16. He can live with that. Right, well. 5 of them. Here is probably a good spot, because you can see that guy and you can chuck at any of them.
Covered.
Ooh, saw something. Rage against those machines. And begin chucking stuff.
Go on.
Lived. Terrible. But with only 2 health, I'd rather hit you with an offhand than use an entire Karlach throw. That one's got the shadow, the rest of them are fair game. Let's go for the faraway one. Damn it. Saved! Right, so he is in shadow. Can we move him out of that then? That should be enough.
Nothing important is ever easy.
Is there a good fireball spot? Not. Really? You get 2. In fact, that one's interesting. Because it keeps... Oh, I see. It's because if you throw it... It is a circle, but the cover of this wall will protect that one.
Can't afford to let up.
Radiant damage would be good against these fuckers. Theoretically. $2d8 radiant. Damage roll 2. That is kind of impressive.
Let's turn someone inside out.
I hate it, but it's kind of impressive. We got no sneaks to attack.
Come on. Can't stay idle.
Throw a fireball, I guess? Yeah, that went better. Did a little dance and everything. And then you can knock out this guy if you can hit the 90%. You can, just.
Hungry for the slaughter.
You need to stay in the light. So... just a regular old arrow, I think. Outside normal range, whatever. True, and I can go down here, can't I?
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Hello.
Let's have some fun.
Or not. Well, it was nice in theory. Walk closer, shoot, and walk back. Yes, but does this thing not hurt me when I enter? And it's not just starts turn, it's also walks into. Well, damage was dealt. Not a lot of it.
Another fight. Let's go.
Not by him. Well, the first time. Ooh. Sure, go the hellish rebuke. Ain't I just the danciest motherfucker you've ever seen?
1, 2.
No, not that one. This one. The one that comes back to me. Right. Living shadow. Annoying. What the hell? Why am I winding up over there? Enraged throw the pike. You. There we are. One left. Eat this!
Moving ahead.
Time to dance.
So the traps, are they? The books are a trap? Don't really know how that works, but I...
Keep a blade close.
Get rid of the horrible, terrible button trap. Now the button can be pushed.
Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
I genuinely do not know what the book traps could be. But my philosophy is not to test. If this game's quick save, quick load system was quicker, like if it was a lighter on resources, I'd probably do that
Let's
more
get
often.
going.
Games that have you sit there for 30 seconds while they load, I tend not to experiment too much. Tome of the Soft Steps Trial. Oh, is that going to tell us how to do the thing we've already done? This ancient tome advises Shah and initiates how to triumph in the Soft Step Trial. They must excel in some of Lady Shah's most cherished arts, such as stealth, lockpicking, disarming, and evasion. The unsubtle are destined to fail. Teachings of Loss, the Night Singer. What can silence the night song? Only the night singer herself, Shar, mistress of the night, lady of loss. Her names are many, but her purpose is simplicity itself. Light was a mistake, and life is an illusion. A discordant song composed of lies, breaking the peace of oblivion. Put your faith in Shar as your champion. Allow her to silence the false song in your heart and return you to her embrace. Nothingness is all you need. The eternal womb, where you are safe in the darkness with Mother Shar.
That's not going to work.
Well, fuck you. I tried.
If not her
Traps. How considerate.
Not in this one. The final sacrifice of the Moon Daughter. It is said that the sacred spear was once wielded by the Night Singer herself and now awaits her chosen champion. The elders have placed it in a secret place, safe until its intended wielder discovers it. With it in hand, a final sacrifice can be made at last, and the foul moon with Selûne shall weep bitter tears and forsake her misguided followers. But let no ambitions of the night be tempted to seize the spear for themselves, unbidden, for they shall find it in an inert bauble, stripped of its holy purpose. Let all of Lady Shar's children be honoured to protect the sacred instrument. When the time comes, they shall know they aided the progress of Lady Shar's destined warrior, and helped usher in a return to the endless ecstasy of oblivion. I don't know. There's only 60 gates. The game might feel endless, it's just very long. Now, Daggerfall was the endless one.
Well, hello.
No one stopped me yet.
You enjoying the library, Shadowheart?
Shah's blessings upon you.
I really do think they could have given the opportunity to have more dialogue with her as she goes into each room. But the game's already very big. Tome of the Selfsame Trial. A dusty tome advising Shah and initiates on how to please the Night Singer by succeeding the Selfsame Trial. Initiates must ensure they defeat their mirror image. Any violence meted out to others will be penalized. Curious question, and I imagine the answer is yes. While you're under that thing, if you attack a party member, is that just as bad? Or not? Oh, balls. Astarion, please notice the problem.
What a day. Moving.
Fuck. Right, well, everybody... We'll go over here. Everybody split up, and then Astarion, you press that button. No, get Karlak to do it. She's the most robust.
Let's go.
Sorry.
That did it.
Oh. Just opened the door. I thought it was going to spring all the
For a dull moment.
traps.
Breathe deep and move.
That was the one button that actually worked. Oh!
Trap. Be cautious.
Keep your distance, darling.
Is that why it's harder to figure out than the
Step
others?
quick.
Can we not? Oh.
Be careful. There are traps about.
We're not actually allowed to touch the buttons anymore. What I'm invested in is whether there's a book on the Leap of Faith trial and whether it tells you about the map. But I ain't found one yet. Love is the cruelest of all the lies used by Lady Shar's foes. It is a disease, one that can ensnare hearts for a lifetime over something as slight as a passing glimpse. Love is arson, a destructive flame offering fleeting light and comfort to the one who feeds it while insulting Lady Shar's cold, infinite darkness. Extinguish the fires of love. They shall burn you with their heat, choke you with their acrid smoke, and in the end leave you with nothing but cold ashes and a hungry heart. Love, love will tear us apart.
What path lies before me?
There it is, Tome of the Faith Leap Trial. Your tongue may claim to have complete faith in Lady Shar, but does your heart follow suit? Dare you trust with your instincts and navigate her sacred darkness with only your faith to protect you? For those who believe, the darkness is a holy path that leads to the Night Singer's embrace. For those of weak faith, it shall become hungry, pitiless maw, intent on swallowing you whole. Tread only where Lady Shah bids you to, and you shall have nothing to fear. Trust in the game's pathing.
The mirrors here seem to not reflect light, but devour it.
Teachings of Lost Dark Justice.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
None can match the fervour and dedication with which the Dark Justiciars serve Lady Shah. They are her most loyal, most ruthless warriors, trained in her methods and imbued with her sacred doctrine. Each initiate must take the life of a Selûnite before they can call themselves a Dark Justiciar. That way, it can be said that every member of their ranks has already wetted their blade with the blood of Lady Shah's foes. You know, the more I learn about your religion, Shadowheart, the more I think it's a little bit... fucked. Did we loot everybody? I suppose we did.
Step carefully. There's a trap.
There is indeed a gas pit right there. Let's make it not work.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Be wary. This place is trapped.
Is there a gas pit at every corner?
Oh dear. Someone's left.
Interestingly, you cannot see the pit until the trap... Like, it's not one of those ones that is visible. Like, all those vents that you can see, but you need someone to point at it before you can click on it. No, these little circles aren't there until someone said... Like, you can tell because this one isn't there yet, but once they get close...
A trap. Someone doesn't like
There
this.
it is. So how does that work? I do not know.
Have a lot on my mind. And well,
Teachings of Loss,
in
Own
it.
Spirit. Lady Shah knows what you bury deep inside your spirit. She knows what pains you and gnaws away at your very being. Be open with her about your failings. Let her place the soothing hands of oblivion upon your wounds. Let her know you utterly, so she can release you from your shackles.
What's hiding here?
Rows of books. Oblivion. Emptiness is a holy state, one to be pursued and admired. To void oneself of all feeling, all attachment, is to approach the purity of Lady Shah's embrace. We each must struggle in our own way to turn from the temptations of light and life. Remember that all those false comforts will betray you in the end. Only the sacred nothingness will endure.
Have to keep going.
Why are we sitting on the dead man? Good God. Sharon Initiate's notes. Scrap of parchment covered in desperate scrawled guesswork. If the rumors are true, the answer lies within the pages of these books. It must do. A hidden way to become first among all Dark Justiciars. How can I not pursue such a prize? It does not matter if I was not commanded to walk this path. Lady Shah will surely admire my cunning and tenacity. I will scour every page, devour every word. I must find this relic. I must win a place at her right hand. Would have thought the Sharans would have preferred the left hand. We have 3 scrolls. False life, bestow curse, and fly. Fly.
That's curious.
Relief of Shar, and yes, I can see through it just a little bit. I just read so many books in a row, I don't even know what... I don't even know what comment of mine you're picking up on there. So we have this, but I want to look at this basin first. Riddle of the Night.
What can silence the night song?
Oh fuck, I don't know. I put all the books in the camp. Am I supposed to put one in here now? I put the item this requires in my camp chest. Well, I can go to camp. Aha. Okay, what can silence the night song? Which of these books is about silencing the night song? Fuck. You nearly said don't... I mean, they're not hard to get back out. Only the Night Singer herself. I don't want to add it to Wares. I want to add it to theirs. And then we leave.
What can silence the night song?
What can change the nature of a black evening? Well, I do so love it when I get the positive feedback of successfully inserted. Dark Justice, your half plate. Armor class 16. While obscured, the wearer has advantage on stealth checks, advantage on con saves. Shar's Aegis. Basically, it's just a constant armor class +2 buff that you need to remember to cast every day, but it's concentration? I don't know that this is an upgrade for anybody.
Might as well.
I suppose it should be picked up to be properly examined. It ain't no adamantine splint, I can tell you that. Right, so if I took it, I would lose an armor class point, but I would get advantage on concentration. I would never use Shard's Aegis myself, though. And I don't need stealth check advantage. She's got a lot of space, so she can hold it for now.
Well, well, well.
What to do?
Whereas this armor, yeah, so that first exotic material is just, just about armor class, really, because the stealth ability check thing, I think, is overwritten by the other one's thing. So it's like, do I want +1 bonus to initiative rolls, or do I want... I might actually benefit from this new one, then. The constitution advantage might be better. Ah, okay, so the stealth thing is just whenever obscured.
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could
I
have.
don't think I like the look, though. Actually, that's not bad. It'll keep my haste together more more efficiently. So that's not a terrible idea. Not necessarily. I just need to not carry the other armor. I'm not encumbered. I'm very close to it, but I'm not encumbered. We do have a lot of stuff to drop, though. A lot of that stuff is pretty light. Yes, very light. 0.0. Wait. That staff is nearly 2 pounds. Oh, because it's a staff, not a wand. Yeah, the staves that I've sort of... I think what I'll do, I'll put these in the camp chest. Also got that club. But I'm not going to walk around with a club. So I want to keep them, I just don't want to hold them. Let's go with that. And then we got a bunch of wares that'll sell off as well the next time we do that. Okay, Spear of Night. Shar's Blessing. If Shar allows it, use this spear to kill Night Song. Should we have Shadowheart pick that up, or should we not? Kill the Night Song. Well, if the Night Song is like Ketheric's battery, killing it might be something we're supposed to do. Because killing it might be what prevents Ketheric's immortality from remaining.
More for me.
So yes. She probably wants this.
This is no ordinary spear. May be important. Best keep it close.
It is doubtlessly the spear that we read about.
Trust your secrets to the night.
See what this does.
Deliver the Night Mother's mercy upon her enemies.
Day is the wife whom I elude, the one to whom I should be right. Though forewarned by peers and kin, I always give in to the night.
Anything of use?
Dark Justice, your helmet. +1 bonus to saves against spells. While you're obscured, you get the same critical thing that Astarion does. Con saves +1. Well, I refuse to take off the cool hat. The only time I take off a cool hat is if I get another cool hat. So even if it's like just bomb-ass amazing for me, I would never wear a headpiece that wasn't a cool hat. But what about Shadowheart?
I wonder what the next move is.
What's her headpiece? +1 bonus to spell save DC and initiative rolls. That's pretty good. Oh, this could be a Karlach thing, you're right. She's got Flawed Hell Dusk, +2 saving throws against spells. She loses 1 point of that. In exchange, she gets Covert Critical. I think, yeah.
Looking ahead.
It's basically, at first I thought, oh, it's a straight buff, but no, you do lose 1 point of the durability.
One day I'll catch a break.
But you still keep the other point.
Shroud yourself in blackest night.
It was the blackest night, there was no moon inside. I think that's it in there. In this no longer silent library. Echo! If I were a librarian, or if I were like had any kind of job in a library that allowed me to be in the library after hours, I would shout. Wouldn't you? If you're in an empty library and nobody was going to get bothered by it, you'd yell just to be able to say that you've done that. Right? Just me? I just feel like I once yelled very loudly in a library. It'd be one of those interesting facts that you want to gather about yourself over the course of your existence. Anyway, we missed this one. Teachings of Loss, Forgetting and Loss. Dense tome, written in an elegant script. Loss teaches us the truth. In its void we are our purest expressions of ourselves. There is nothing nobler than to forget, and to surrender oneself to the darkness. For that little grief that gets us there, the Dark Lady rewards us with night's eternal embrace. You wouldn't do it personally? Oh, no fun. I mean, okay, if there was even a single chance of it getting you in trouble, or being overheard by someone who thinks you were getting murdered. But, like...
Open up.
These poor books have never heard a loud noise in their life. Maybe they deserve it. What was that? Is that one of my party members? I just heard a "Ugh." Anyway, elevator. No fun is a very concise definition of you. I would not say that. Oh, well, these books heard a lot of stuff. Yes, I'm not speaking about this library. Oh, God, you're right. I saw it. I internalized it. I decided to do this first. Because mostly I wasn't sure if I'd be allowed to enter, so I thought I should at least try to enter. But I did forget on my way out, so let's take a look down here. Large vase, and they do mean large. That thing is bigger than us. I don't know how we're actually looking through it. Like, yes, you can look through this one very easily by leaning over there, but we should not be able to look through that from down here. No, stay down. Skeletons. So, Blue Moon, are you, past this point in your second run? Is your second run even still going? What's another one? Or can you come back and look for this? Because, yeah. Climbable... Sorry, I don't mean to laugh at you, but that is very... Well... I didn't know it was here until I just saw it on my way through. But we appear to be at Shah's feet. So whoever designed this side path, we know what he's into. But let's see what's down here. I doubt it's as, you know, I doubt it's as robust as the Bual side track. It looks like it's just these two items and maybe this broken effigy. It was like a ritual circle. Book, one becomes many. In each of us is more than what we are. Parts and multitudes that form our thoughts, desires, nature itself. Manifold are the creatures inside you. And what you can become when you speak my words is all your parts made manifest. Your weakness can become strength if it is made legion. Quaking hearts can find courage in their numbers. The lowliest vermin can humble a Goliath if they stand as an army, and a ruin can become a kingdom for one soul made many. Speak Itori Mustag thrice. Become your finest self. All of them. Raphael.
This speaks of magic that can divide someone into many. But many what?
I don't know, but what happens if we light all the candles, eh? Here's a cracked helm of Shar, which is not really much of a helmet. It's just con saves +1, medium armor, $40. Reject.
What's this? For a ritual of some sort.
I'm a broken effigy of everything I used to be. Ah!
A final warning. Offer us peace now, or be devoured.
Oh. One becomes many. You're no ordinary rat, are you?
An ordinary rat alone. But together, something more. Some remember turning away from the sun. Some remember donning a black cloak. Some remember plunging a blade into an innocent heart. But we all remember a name. Lithindor. We share who he was.
Are you telling me that you are one person turned into a swarm of rats? How can that be?
It shouldn't be. We should be one long dead. Instead, we are many. Scurrying, hiding, surviving. We are just crumbs of a life. Harmless nothings. Unless you test us. Leave us in peace.
What's in it for me?
There are treasures. Useless to us now, but once they had value. Meaning. We hid them away. Untouched for a lifetime. Keep your word, and we will reveal them to you.
Good shit.
And you better be true to your word. I am small, but we are many. Now fetch your prize and leave.
I am small, but we are many, and from all the rats we have become. I can only pray that there is one Australian watching right now. Astarian, that is the dumbest disapproval. Yes! I don't like that you spared these rats in exchange for riches and treasure. Sharon Provisions, is that what he just revealed? Looks like there's quite the path up there, but I don't know if we can reach it from here. So I guess that's the answer. Rats. Oh, here we are. No? No, that's where we started. No, it isn't. Is it? Yes. Over around to there. Okay. No. There. That's where we start. So this continues. I was going to save here. I don't actually want to turn myself or Karlak or anybody into rats, but
right.
I do want to see what happens if we light this up.
What's this? for a ritual of some sort.
An infernal ritual circle. Ooh. Someone's been very naughty.
Yeah, disapproving of a very good deal. But yes, I believe that this Sharon provision marker is what the rat just gave us. In exchange for, I guess, not murdering him. It seemed almost evil to be like, you know, what's in it for me if I don't kill you? Like, it's a rat! You don't really have a reason to kill the rat. Killing the rat is not the default point of view. Sure, if it's invaded your house, but this ain't your house. This is a Sharon temple. You can walk wide of the rats. Can I get over there? Maybe I can't. Of course I can. Jumping. So I assume you made it to this side. So I guess you missed the rock on both sides, if you didn't see it. Because they seem to come around to the middle section. Although this is quite complicated. Can you jump up that? Probably. Yeah. The whole extra level. Ooh. Boy. Let's leave that for now. We'll start low. Can't go up there.
What a charmer.
Not at all. She can do that. We don't necessarily want to straight away. Of course, now she'll get hurt, so Featherfall.
Still breathing, despite everything.
No, we're going this way. Or we're not.
Soldier. While I'm at it.
The mirrors here seem to not reflect light, but devour it.
A door. We're moving closer to, like, around the... Because now I feel like we're almost sequence breaking. We're not, but... That looks good, but it isn't, is it? Where's the provision here? Loose tile. That's not much. Ah! No, that's why I was confused. But it still hasn't disappeared. feel like it should have now.
Can't give up now. What's inside?
That has to be it. It's in the spot and it's a secret location.
At the ready.
Irritating. As for this door, I might save and see what's in there because I can't easily bring the other two. There's a key. There's a Shar mural.
In darkness, truth. In shadows, justice. In the Dark Lady's name. Always.
Seems simple enough.
The original purpose of the sacred mirror has been lost to the ages. Some suppose that it was the result of Telemont Tanthal's attempts to delve into the Shadowfell itself, in the time before the folly of his master, Karsus. Others claim it only became an object of devotion after the fall of Netheril, when the loss-stricken survivors of the floating cities found comfort in Lady Shar's embrace. What is certain is that many of the Night Singer's faithful claim to feel some echo of her power and majesty when in the presence of the mirror, even though it is shattered. They are often said to feel lesser once they step away from the mirror, hence the name it has become commonly known by. Our scholars continue to study it, but alas, its true nature may continue to elude us. Perhaps, if the Dark Lady indulges us, she shall reveal another of these holy relics for us, so that we may feel the full power of her embrace. Reflections upon the mirror. We might want Shadowheart here, and we might want Astarion for the fucking... chest. Wait, is this even it? No, this is the way back. No, don't do that! Fuck!
Tread carefully.
Well, she can move.
There's no time to waste.
Don't touch me.
The easiest way to give him the chest was to put it in his inventory. Well,
What's next, I wonder?
still, we're bringing everybody over. Stop! It's only her. She can go back and forth at will.
No time to rest.
She can keep the club for now. Keeping it out of my inventory, except when I need it, is a good idea because my inventory is so full.
Chamber of Command.
Curious.
Someone there? Should be easy.
Let's move. mirror once, consuming magic. But it's shattered now.
Sorry, where'd the key go? There it is. There it is? Did I pick it up? The hell was that? Regardless, Mirror of Loss.
The mirror is shattered and beyond any use.
Damn it! I thought Shadowheart might have something
Wits and blades
to do.
always sharp.
Gazing into the broken mirror serves no purpose. The reflection it offers is like a dizzying kaleidoscope. In darkness, truth. In shadows, justice. In the Dark Lady's name. Always. In darkness, truth. In shadows,
Okay, I don't know why it lit that
justice.
thing up when I'd already
In
looked
the
at it,
Dark
but
Lady's name. Always.
I guess, reluctantly, that's the end of this room. Nope.
What's that?
Just some money. Right, so you can go up here. I don't know that I wanted to go all the way up just yet. The alternatives paths... Yeah, there was up there. There's in here. I feel like this rock coming from across here isn't the only way up there. Now if
There is work to do.
I assume
Non
you jump there. Huh. No? What are you doing? I didn't tell you to go anywhere.
If you insist.
I was like, the jump command's not working. What are they doing?
1, 2.
I didn't click. Anyway, I just wanted to connect this and make sure there was nothing... Oh, sorry. And so Karlak abandoned the group.
No one back home will ever believe this. These boots have seen everything.
Oh, there we go. We've connected the elevator. So we could put umbral gems on here, but I think we'd want to investigate the right side first. That said, this is over there, not here. But we can be careful. The Displacer Beast isn't hostile? But yeah, oh, off you fuck. Bye. Uh-oh. Okay. Got a dead end here, possibly. Is there anything here? Looks like a no. There's something to leap to over there.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
But this does not seem like a Sharon leap of faith. Only a moronic
Still
leap of
alive.
death.
So that's progress. Can't slow down.
And we don't need to do that today. Too far? Come on. Come on.
Oh, I could go for
Well,
a good
if she
meal.
does it, will everybody else figure it out, or will they stay? They'll figure it out.
Me?
No one stopped me yet. Moving in.
This is the location, is it? What's the problem, Demon Dragon? God, everything's awful here. There's a throne? It looks like the quest marker is pointing here.
Hey, good looking.
I have to start with Karlak again and hope they figure it out. There must be like 1 pixel of jumpable space for them. Yeah. Or maybe there isn't for these two. Does Astarion have more strength? He doesn't. Shadowheart should make it.
My faith protects me.
Guys, stop crowding in, please. Yeah, but they made it forward. Fuck off. Stop it! Go! So they can come across, they can't come back? That's very odd.
My faith will guide me.
All right. What now?
Do not jump back across. I'm telling you to jump, do it quickly before they do that.
No time to dally.
Oh, that's interesting. That puts it over on her inventory. Good. It's like, you know how they have the talking stick for, like, support groups or whatever other, like, group where, you know,
Let's get going.
there's unruly crosstalk and they need to tamp down on it to give someone a talking stick. We've got a jumping stick.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
That's our setup here, a jumping stick. Okay, this it's real easy to get this section wrong. I don't know what section it even is, so... I don't know why that's lighting up all of a sudden, but...
I'll give it a shot.
Chambers of Penance.
My logic says don't go into that room. Also, I don't know where the Displacer Beast ran to. Ah! Now we're here. I thought so. Good. We have not been there, but it's all revealed for some reason. I think it's because we've been above it. No, we've been below it. We've been in there.
Making me sweat.
Is that too far even for you? Well, not from here.
Hey!
Still alive. So that's progress. Time to press ahead.
So, we would have worked our way back around to exactly the same position. That's good. This is where we almost jumped up.
A macabre arrangement of flesh. Only a truly depraved mind could dream of such a thing.
Why, thank you, darling. So let's go in here. And then we've dodged this potential room with the thingy in it. And yeah, there's also that central elevator thing. I think it's an elevator. I think I want to look at that after I look at the room with the thingy in it. Tell me if that's a mistake. But it seems like the right idea to me. Elevator lost? Good. We are still looking for a demon or whatever it was. Someone that Raphael does not like. A nemesis. Did he tell us what kind of creature it was? If he did, they didn't reflect it in the journal. But Raphael's a devil, so if he doesn't like him... I don't know. But Astarion has a deal riding on us completing this, so I hope the creature doesn't morally... Because here's the thing, right? Because if the creature is, like, worth sparing, Astarion still isn't going to want to do it, because he's Astarion. Someone owns this chest. Okay. Let's not open it.
Well-chewed spider carcass oozes on the ground.
What the? Who the what? Study it. We're not Harry Dubois.
Bite marks, an old puncture wound, and a faint pulse of something not entirely natural.
Scan the meat for signs of magical interference. Scan the meat like we're at a... If you want all the info, you're gonna have to look. Yay!
There appears to be nothing out of the ordinary.
Can't afford to stay.
Can you arcana it?
Well-chewed spider carcass oozes on the ground.
Well, you can't even get past the first one.
It's disgusting, but up.
Hey-ho.
Well-chewed spider carcass oozes on the ground.
Can't we double guidance? Shame.
It's disgusting.
We're just
Another
bad. Here, Astarion, you can do the sniffing and licking.
Carcass continues to leak. sulfur, decay, and a thin whiff of something unexpectedly fragrant.
Shadowheart disapproves. What, of me? He
The
did it!
Tastes of rot and sour milk. Your stomach lurches, but your loins tingle. Was that arousal?
Do I smell beef?
In amongst the rot is an unmistakable sweetness. Succubus spittle. The meat is charmed.
I've got a long road ahead.
How do you feel?
Ah, my favorite traveling companion.
Soldier?
Carcass continues to lick.
Does anybody else want to lick the aphrodisiac meat? No.
May the darkness protect you.
Protect me from my poor decisions, perhaps. What is her approval at this point? Yeah, okay, so she was at 100. So we're down to 99. Because Astarion licked a spider. What the hell is that guy doing there? Goblin Jesus burnt to a crisp up in the sky. Yeah, I like that. We never saw him, even though, like, realistically speaking, he's taking up quite a sizable portion of the screen right now. I like that he's lootable, but you can't
How much further can I go?
physically reach. Anyway, I think we might have had enough of this Chamber of Horrors. Oh, there's the displacer beast. Maybe that's the Orthon. Maybe it's a shape-shifting whatever it is. It's going to confront us there. All roads lead to this central room. How do we want to enter it? Could enter it from here. And could enter it front on. Or we could go up that way, but that way's annoying because we have to throw the club around for jumping. Proper entrance. There's no harm in that. Realistically, I should probably take my break. If this is going to be a large sequence, it's about the midpoint, right? So I should eat food, and then when we come back, we'll walk in there and talk to whoever the hell we're going to be talking to. Stay tuned, everybody. When we come back, Displacer Beast. Possibly Orthon. Would be my best guess, considering the horrifying surrounds. This seems like the most likely place for Raphael's issue. I'll be back in 10-15. Hello. Hello, I have returned. Before I tab back into the game, I normally get the game running before I start talking, because I think that's less less startling, but I'm just this article that I stumbled across on my break, published yesterday for Kotaku by Levi Winslow. Destiny and Halo composer is running for Congress. Marty O'Donnell, the composer behind the Destiny and Halo games, has announced his campaign for the House of Representatives as a Republican. He declared his bid on Twitter in a post championing the traditional family and securing America's borders from the millions of people coming in. In a March 3rd YouTube video that is the world's simplest iMovie presentation, O'Donnell said there needs to be less lawyers and more composers in politics. He says in the video, "Our country is going in the wrong direction. Toxic divisions are tearing our families and society apart. I want to bring sanity and civility to the public discussion." And in an interview with another website, he spoke about his motivations for getting into politics, describing himself as both a boomer and a federalist, and says, despite never wanting to be a politician, he felt like going for a seat in Congress was his civic duty, primarily because he's found himself yelling at the news lately. Positions that he's running on include closing the middle-class wage gap, stamping out the crisis at the border, and establishing a government that stands up for families. In screenshots shared on Twitter, O'Donnell did not answer a Discord user's question on his stance regarding gender expression and queer rights, but he did say that the government should enforce stronger laws to prevent more undocumented aliens from entering the country. Elsewhere, O'Donnell explained that Israel is the only democratic country in the Middle East and has a right to defend itself. I do appreciate that these sorts of people congregate all of the terrible ideas together into one mind. Well, obviously there's hundreds of identical minds, but at least they don't make it complicated by having a couple of sensible thoughts in there as well. Like, no, it's just bullshit all the way down. So if you're a fan of Destiny or Halo's music, I regret to inform you that the man who made it his milkshake ducked himself. Hopefully he'll be too busy with his political bid that nobody hires him further. Unless, of course, he actually gets in, which would be worse than him making music, I suppose. Okay. I'm disoriented now. Which is left, which is right? That's north. That's west. This is the way we were going. Yes. Stop the crisis at the border is always just code for only allow white people into the country. Yes, that is that is apt and correct. I mean, he didn't even keep it up as a code. Like, later in the very same article, he's also quoted as saying somewhere else, let's stop all of these undocumented aliens from coming into the country. They're not even subtle when they're using codes. Though the decision to, like, dodge the question of how do you feel about LGBTQ rights is, that one's interesting because it says to me that, obviously, he's a Republican candidate. He's not going to be for them. But he's also self-aware enough not to say that. Or at least he thinks that one's not worth being too loud about. But he's happy to defend Israel at the same time, which I would argue, at least from what I've seen of the current sentiment of the... I feel like that one get you into more trouble. Right? I don't know, but both of them should get you into a lot of trouble. I just think that one probably get you into more right now. Israel is very, yes, politically valuable to the right is correct. But, like, you know, a guy like that doesn't care about, like, the reason why they're careful, if they ever choose to be careful, like him, you know, dodging that question about the, like, nobody on the actual right is going to give a shit if he says, nah, fuck him. But I guess they want those swing votes from the people who are less enthused and less engaged. And there's a lot of those. There's an uncomfortable amount of those. People who aren't quite right and aren't quite left, but just are in this bowl of apathy. Though my understanding of America is that sort of person probably won't vote. Over here they will, because you have to, or you get a fine. Like, it's the thing, it's completely different over here. Everybody has to vote no matter how little they care. You don't have to cast a real vote, you just have to show up. Like, you can show up, take the ballot, and write nothing on it, and go home. No one will ever know that you did that because of the anonymous system. What they know is that you showed up to the polling station, got your name ticked off, went into a booth, came back out, and dropped a piece of paper in a slot. What happens to that piece of paper is your business. So yeah, some people just pretend to vote. I prefer that to somebody who doesn't care voting carelessly. I would encourage someone who doesn't care and isn't going to care not to just pick a name at random, because, you know, that's a terrible way for the wrong person to win. I would argue it's a bad way for the right person to win. But, everybody's still got to show up. Yeah, it doesn't help him to say one way or the other. But you could argue the same thing for being pro-Israel. If you stand for nothing, what will you fall for? There are a lot of corpses in here, and the Displacer Beast does not seem to mind. Cannot imagine it smells nice. Still, we don't have to smell it ourselves. Did you see there was like some product on I don't know if it spread wide or anything, but like some gaming scent product, like this machine that would emulate the scent of the area of a video game that you're in. I cannot think of an idea I have ever wanted less. Like, yeah, okay, so maybe if you're, like, running through the fields of Ilmeg in 14, the idea is, hey, we can give you that, like, fresh-cut flower, you know, nature sort of vibe that would be nice. Or if you're in a frozen wasteland, we can, you know... It can add to the vibes of nicely smelling places. I'm like, yeah, okay, but do you turn it off for the sewers? Do you turn it off for the skeleton crypts? Like, what? What do we do there? You suggest I do something after I deal with that. Speak with dead, the giant corpse pile. Maybe I would have figured that out. Maybe I wouldn't have. I don't know. You know what? I would say, if you allow me to critique you there, you should have mentioned that to me when I was walking out of the room. Wait until you've seen whether or not I do it naturally, because if I don't, it's a perfectly good thing to point out and say, hey, you've missed something there. But I do prefer not to be Not to have the chance to miss something taken from me, if that makes sense. Or no, the chance to find something. That's alright, I'm not asking for, I'm not doing this at you, but it's more of a, you know, if we're talking ideals here, I'd still rather you point it out than for me to not do it. But in this case, I probably would have been interesting to see whether I noticed or not. Right, and I haven't used it. I don't have the recast. Anyway, you still haven't played this? Well, please enjoy your no-context middle of Act 2 spoilers here in this horrible corpse-filled crypt. But welcome, Aaron.
So much blood. What the hells has been happening here?
Okay, so this is the Kill Raphael's enemy update. I didn't say if I'm enjoying it. Oh, I certainly am. We've been playing this since November and we're still only in Act 2. Part of that is because of my streaming schedule and habits, just dragging it out quite a lot, but it doesn't feel like it's being dragged out, at least not to me. Like, we'd be further along if I devoted more hours to it, basically. But I absolutely see the reasons behind its Game of the Year status. The issue I have is that my completionist desires have made me want to start a new playthrough, but I can't afford to, because if I did that in my own time, I'd probably surpass my stream run. Because of how quickly I'd play it in comparison. But eventually I'll do a multiplayer. Oh, not a multiplayer. I'll do a second playthrough of my own. I mean, I might do a multiplayer eventually, but... 60 hours in and only in the first real town. Whew. Yeah, I'm more than 100 hours into this. Like, I would not have this many hours on it if I wasn't streaming, and it's because of... You see what we're doing right now? If I wasn't streaming this, I would have just walked on into this building and had this conversation, but instead we've been talking for like 10 minutes. And I took a 20-minute break to eat food before that, with the game timer running, so... So it goes.
There's something out there. I can feel it.
Yeah, there's something called Meragon that keeps getting revealed and then removed. I can see a number of yellows. Are they up here? Hello. Meragon, ambushing. Well, it was recommended that we get dialogue here, so I'm just going to walk in. I'm not going to try and counter ambush. I know that Snip wants to play this game as a multiplayer with people who've never played it before. I offered to join him with a multiplayer game on my second or later run, but he's specifically interested in people who've not played it before. And he reckons he'll never end up playing it because he'll never find such a group. But for that reason, he's not here right now, because he doesn't watch me play it, because he doesn't want to get spoiled. I refuse to play multiplayer of a game like this my first time, but I'm happy to do it on my second.
Fresh entertainment. But you're too fresh for this place, aren't you? There's a whiff of the surface to you.
Holy shit, an Orthon. Powerful devils. I wouldn't get on their bad side without a good reason.
You, tiefling. You've got the stench of the hells about you. The stench of home. And a whiff of the surface besides. A servant of Zariel, if I'm not mistaken. I'd know the stench of her infernal machinery anywhere.
What do you know of infernal machinery?
Only what I can smell. And whatever engine burns within you is grinding to an inevitable explosion. Burning and fear. You reek with it. There's something else, almost hidden by your fear stink. Cherries. Musk.
Elon?
And sulfur. Raphael! I can smell him all over you! Where is he?
You know Raphael?
That perfume trickster swindled me. Trapped me!
He wants you dead.
Where is he? Spit it out. Now!
What are you doing? The devil told us to kill this thing, so let's stop chatting and kill it.
We're gonna make him very mad if we do anything other than attack, aren't we? I've got nothing to spit out.
If you won't speak, then you don't need to draw breath. Tell me what I want, or I'll feed you to my pet over a 10-day and keep you alive to watch.
Let's share our experiences about Raphael.
Bargaining, are you? A Karator warlord once tried the same. I made him watch, as I ate his concubines in young, then fashioned a codpiece from his skull. You can't help. It's not just walls that keep me here. Not the traps, the dark, or the creatures it hides. Something stronger holds me. A contract. Either I fulfill the contract, die trying, or forfeit my freedom. If I leave this place now, I'll become Raphael's slave.
Diabolic deals in legend always have loopholes, you just need to find it.
Raphael is no foolish story devil. His mind is different, sneaky. Listen. Spill all the blood sworn to the night. Silence all prayers. Smother each rite. Wander Shah's halls, hungry to slay. Leave no justice here, alive to obey. Leave none to hear it, then be set free. This song is your oath. Swear it to me. Ah!
Well, that explains where all the Dark Justiciars went. This song differs from others you've studied. The final couplet contains a trick, a clause not easily fulfilled.
That's it.
So he's the one who slaughtered the Justiciars. Can we kill him now? Because if he doesn't die, then Raphael won't tell me a damn thing about my scars.
That was awful! Perhaps you could stick to killing. Right, so what's the trick? Leave none to hear it, then be set free. Quite bloodthirsty as lyrics go. Have you considered some instrumental accompaniment?
I don't want to make it pretty. I want to silence it. Anyway, enough prattle. The lyrics are clear. All who hear the song must die. Time to die.
He's heard the song. That's the trick. Yes, his followers, but also himself. He'll never be free. Death is free. I'm not opposed to being attacked by him, because then... Because the thing is, I kind of want Astarion's deal to be seen through, because I... It's kind of like, in my first Disco Elysium playthrough, there's a moment in Disco Elysium where you open up the secret compartment in your ledger, and there's a letter that is from your ex. And you can read it or you can throw it away. And if you throw it away, it's better for the protagonist to not look at that pain. But the first time I played Disco Elysium, I looked at it. Why? Well, because I'd never read it before. Second time I played Disco Elysium, I didn't feel a need to read it, so I did what was best for him. And I'm probably going to do that every other time I play. The first time, you gotta know what's there. This is similar. It is probably better not to do a deal with Raphael, but presumably you have to operate without the information of what is on Astarion's back. And that's something I'm only willing to do when I've lived a life where I didn't. That said, maybe we can get him to kill his own men first. Raphael's a sly lyricist, he tricked you. Your followers heard the song and still live.
The Meridons. They barely have a thought to share among themselves. But they do have ears. Kill yourselves. Back to the hells with you.
Well, they're quite obedient.
I still hear it. Seems your theory is wrong.
What about the Displacer Beast? Woo! No! Better.
Kill Nessa.
Nessa?
Stay very still. My beauty.
Oh. Oh, I feel bad. Not really.
I still hear it.
My dear Hunter, isn't it obvious? I feel like I'm the fantasy equivalent of an Xbox Live message. Kill your friends, kill your pets, kill yourself.
If you're wrong about this, I'll claw my way out of a furnace and eat you alive. Contract be damned.
We are wrong about this, because you'd have to kill us too.
Nicely played, Raphael. Bastard.
Does that count as us killing him? That had better count.
No, the rats ate the last justiciar. It became them, right? He'd need to kill the rats. Catchy tune. Hear the Orthon's contract. That was complicated. So is that Bard only? Raphael gave the last Justiciar a spell to turn into rats and got the better of Uridir as well. So I imagine if you're not working with Astarion, you can probably go kill the rat guy. You could talk him into it as a sorcerer. God, we're all such bastards, hey? If you fail this roll, he leaves the party mad. Ooh. Yeah, look, I'd be interested in doing alternate versions of this, but... And I assume it's not as simple as leaving him behind at camp. He will know what you've done after you've done it, and will confront you when he sees you next. Right, so bards and warlocks figure out the contract loophole. Bards because it's a song, warlocks because it's a devil deal. Everybody else, they have to figure it out. You have to not let Astarion talk to Raphael. Right, as in, like, then he doesn't make the deal.
Ghoulish display. It is clear the victim suffered greatly before dying and being put on show. A ghoulish display. It is clear the victim suffered greatly before dying and being put on show.
Well, sorry, Miragons.
That's the last one. The inner sanctum is within reach now.
Oh.
Bed made of corpses. Disgusting and uncomfortable.
Alright, let's do the horrible thing.
In nocte consinti.
A tangle of corpses gape at you, lifelessly.
Who are you? All. What happened? Did anyone survive or escape? I see how it is. Where are you all from? What did you do in life? Did anyone escape or survive?
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Yeah, so I guess helping Yrgir, if you are so inclined. That was the name of the creature, wasn't it? Is, killing the rats, or, like, undoing the spell.
Something good here.
Yrgir,
I
yeah.
hope.
Something for your dreams tonight. Infernal metal, not infernal iron, infernal metal. And a Hellfire Hand crossbow. Gives you Scorching Ray Shot. Possibly inflict burning when hitting a creature with this weapon while hiding or invisible. For me or for Astarion? For Astarion, I imagine he'd hide a lot more often. And it gives him a little bit of fire.
All's well that ends. Oh,
Must have been what he was pointing at us.
Best be on my way.
Those little piles of ashes. Oh, hello. That must have been the mage one. Hoarding Miragon. I think that's the end of this area as far as exploration. I don't know that there's hidden secrets left. One of the Miragon could be so if we didn't kill them. Yeah, there's a version of the story where we don't go with Astarion's deal. I'm not going to worry too much about that. That can be one of the alternate paths I can take in a later run. You have an image saved of Owlbear. That is good. Well done. Yeah, that's it. So I guess the reason why this was lit up was because of the umbral gem there, but that's strange. Because it was, you know, find the relic, find the night song, it very much made me think as though, like, the path to the night song was going to be over there. But no, it is the lift. Also, shit. Let's just do that, shall we? Should I talk to Balthazar? Does he give a fuck that we've made progress? Or does he not care until we get the relic?
and I don't want to see any bite marks on it.
Not lost your nerve, I hope. I tend to remove those.
You could have warned me that there was an Orthon lurking in this place.
I could have, but decided not to. All the better for judging your mettle. The devil is of no relevance to my goal. Besides, it seems you handled him well enough. I no longer hear that blasted singing of his. Perhaps I will seek out his carcass, should I be afforded the opportunity. Surely there are some parts I could put to use.
Miserable idiot shouldn't have been singing it if people needed to not hear it. I still don't understand why he thought he could, you know, kill himself without killing us. Is there a good... Yeah. The Devil's Corpse is dust. Yeah, I guess... Grand Mausoleum. If we're going to check for Raphael. I see no Raphael. We could do a long rest for him. That might be an idea. Shadowheart's got some...
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Plenty of missing spell slots from the lower end. I don't know if we've done the Gauntlet of Shar Camp.
Do you know what happens when a devil is struck down on this charming plane of existence? It returns to the hells, to the very point where it last stood before venturing to whichever devil-forsaken plane it died on. In the case of our friend Yrgir, the Orthon you so handily dispatched in the Temple of Shar, he manifested in my House of Hope. He returned to me chastened but intact. His wounds healed, his body restored. He thought I would dismember him. But he has his uses. So instead, I am re-educating him.
We delivered the devil. Now I want what I'm owed. We had a deal.
Indeed we did. I discovered all there is to know about those scars of yours. It's a rather grim tale. Even for my tastes.
Stop stalling.
As you wish. Brace yourself, Astarion. We're about to unveil your destiny. Carved into that ivory skin of yours is one part of an infernal contract between the archdevil Mephistopheles.
Oh boy!
And your former master, Cazador.
That is a high roller amongst the devils.
The contract states that Cazador will be granted knowledge of an infernal ritual so vile it has never been performed. The rite of profane ascension. It promises to be a marvelous ceremony, very elaborate, incredibly ancient, and entirely diabolical. If he completes the rite, he will become a new kind of being, the Vampire Ascendant. All the strengths of his vampiric form will be amplified, and alongside them he will enjoy the luxuries of the living. the arousals and appetites of man will return to him. And unlike Astarion, he will have no need of a parasite to protect him from the sun. But the ritual has its price, as all worthwhile things do. Lord Cazador will need to sacrifice a number of souls, including all of his vampiric spawn, if he is to ascend. Imagine how he felt then, when one of those precious spawns simply disappeared into thin air. The only missing ingredient is Astarion. You are the final piece he requires to complete the ritual. Your scars bind you to it. Your soul will set off a very wave of death, bringing Cazador his twisted life. And that, my tragic and toothsome friend, is that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have business elsewhere.
Well, that's not good. That's all. Yeah, he did not have much to say about that great revelation. Okay. Does that mean that all of the spawn have parts of that contract on their backs? I don't know. So this is definitely a lot of, you know, forewarned is forearmed style information about what Cazador's plans are, and presumably in Act 3 in the city we meet and prevent him from this, because said ritual would kill Astarion. Though I wonder if, Baldur's Gate being Baldur's Gate, there's an option for an evil player to be like, here you go, I've delivered him for you, have a nice ritual, what are you gonna pay me? But here's my question. How vital is getting this scene? I would assume it isn't. I would assume that you do not need to know all of this right now in order for Act 3's Cazador stuff to happen and Astarion's quest to play out, right? It would just might be harder because you're not prepared for it. There are different ways. You use the other way after your single time doing the Devil's Deal. I'm glad I did this. I look forward to seeing what happens when you don't in future, but just in terms of, like, backing up a friend, I think, yeah, so you can sidestep it by not allowing Astarion to be with you when you talk to Raphael. Or you can make Astarion mad, but this seems like the sort of thing that you would end up doing on your first playthrough. Plus, it's a very good scene from Raphael, too. Cazador is a piece of shit. We're going to stop him.
Do you think it's so simple?
No. That is an interesting outcome. What if you stop Cazador and then Astarion does the thing? No, that kills so many people. We can't let Cazador complete the ritual. That's goody two-shoes stuff. I think you'll never be free while Cazador lives.
I hate how right you are. I knew he wouldn't leave me alone, even when I was just another wretched toy for him to play with. But if I'm the key to this power he craves, he'll hunt me to the ends of Faerun. I need to take the fight to him, and I need you to help me.
Of course.
Thank you.
It's in the quest log after all. Travel the road to Baldur's Gate. don't think we've been to this camp.
Hello, my dear.
You really are warming up to us, hey?
Wish I could say I was surprised about Cazador's pact. Where blood, death, and betrayal parade, you can bet your ass a devil is riding Grand Marshal. We're going to keep Astarion safe. On my life, Cazador won't touch him.
Yeah, I guess that was where the character was going.
I can't imagine how Astarion must be feeling. The terms of your own condemnation carved into your skin. A monster's actions. And monsters do not deserve such power as that ritual promised. When the time comes, Astarion will have his revenge, I'm sure. And it will be richly deserved. But not yet. So, what can I do for you?
Not much.
It seems like Cazador used Astarion's flesh not as a canvas, but as a contract. We haven't heard the last of this, I'll wager.
You don't seem quite yourself of late.
Is that so? Well, I hope you don't intend to make such a claim without some evidence to support it.
I have played so many Ace Attorney games, Shadowheart, you have no idea. You've been acting differently, praying less, pacing more, something's bothering you.
True prayer needs peace, and serenity has proved elusive of late. I'll admit it. Staying true to Lady Shah has proved difficult at times. I found that my mind is prone to wandering. Wandering to places I shouldn't go at that. Forbidden thoughts. Hidden memories. All that Lady Shah would shield me from until I am ready. Sometimes it feels like there's something just out of reach. Some truth on the tip of my tongue. And at times, I feel like I can almost voice it. When I ate the noble stalk, I remembered I had a friend. But all I have is a name and a face. There must be more. When I shared the memory from my childhood, you found it far too easy to make a connection to Selûne for my liking. Nothing is simple anymore. Sometimes it feels like all I have are doubts.
The way you're feeling is temporary. You'll forget all about it. Yeah, that's the problem. Where do you think these doubts stem from?
The Mother Superior must have had a reason to deny me the chance to become a Dark Justiciar. Perhaps this is the reason. Perhaps I'm simply not worthy. Forget I ever said anything. I'm just indulging in thoughts best buried.
Yeah, you look thrilled. Sure you're okay?
Lady of Sorrows, guide us.
Our very own vampire's the missing pawn in his master's deadly game. Now, how about we go and reverse Cazador's fortunes?
Minthara? I don't know that that's how you're supposed to use a table.
Unnerving though it is, if we are to affect
Oh God,
the
are you talking
Emperor,
bullshit
is the
again?
reason we
You're
have
talking
made-
bullshit again.
Kethric's soul still nourishes the shadows. Destroy him, so the land may heal, so that I may heal.
So it's Halsin's camp, is it? I don't really know if it is or not. I guess it's got a whole bunch of nature stuff, so yeah. But it's sort of bluish. Will she talk about anything other than this?
You wish to consult me?
There we go. Well, Halsin's not here. Halsin gets shunted. Halsin gets put somewhere else. Because Thaniel's here, next to Minthara, which is funny. But Halsin ends up like on the other side of the camp with no tent. Like, we got scared the first... There he is. We got scared the first time it happened. But yeah, he's over here with Lae'zel. I think maybe it used to be the way you're talking, Blue Moon, but then they, in the new patch... Or then again, you've been playing recently, haven't you? So if Halsin is still with Minthara for you, I don't know why they're correct... Because, like, it seems to me, my understanding of what's happening is that the game is, like, compensating for the fact that they're both here by putting him somewhere in a corner.
Oakfather preserve you.
He's still got a lot to say, but none of it's, like, new.
Full-fledged vampires are not so easily slain. Astarion's master will be no exception. Fortunate for him, slaying monstrous fanatics is a pastime of ours.
That's everybody.
Here goes nothing.
Time for the nightly hour.
The dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched between his teeth.
Oh right, you have to roll for it when you haven't put your Speaks Animals on yet.
He gives in and surrenders his find to you.
What? Why is an iron bowl in a small pouch? Scratch, you can keep that. I don't need that. Wait, we'll break concentration on what? Oh, because I cast guidance on my damn self. Okay. With that, I believe everybody's talked to. I might give Astarion just another quick check-in before I leave, in case he's like thought about it over the course of the day. Wait, hang on, he's on the other side.
Hello, my dear.
What do you intend to do about Cazador's ritual?
Before anything else, I need to know where it's happening. To the public, Cazador is an ordinary noble, a little reclusive perhaps, but just another of the great and the good of Baldur's Gate. He has a grand palace on the hills of the gate, where he hosts the city's high society. I don't know if he performed the ritual there. It feels too public. He'd risk exposure.
That giant gothic monstrosity has been inhabited by vampires this whole time.
I know. Subtle, isn't it?
Raphael is playing a dangerous game, giving you Mephistopheles' secrets. Well, let's not point at that. We should ask around.
I hope so. Because I'm not striking another deal with Raphael. Knows what he demands this time.
I'm glad you've seen
But if
sense.
the citizens of Baldur's Gate don't know anything, my brothers and sisters might. Cazador is a master of secrets, but the other spawn must have seen something. What can I do for you, my...
Right.
What's next?
Where is that spell that's tied to... Here it is.
Trust no one.
Don't burn yourself.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Okay.
Need to find a way forward.
Not the way. This way.
Inscriptions challenge brave the gauntlet of your late.
We have all the gems. Let's put them to use and continue onwards.
Recall the contents of the book.
You recall them being an inner circle of Shah followers, elite warriors loyal to their last breath. There are recesses on the altar that look intended to...
Right. Gem? Okay, that's one.
Wait,
What's wrong?
nothing. Nothing's wrong at all.
You detect the gentlest of presences disturbing the temple's ancient, stale air. It seems to encircle Shadowheart, welcoming her.
I felt something. Presence. What was it?
Lady Shah's presence. I felt her too. We're right where we need to be, under her gaze. This is the right path. Let's continue.
Okay.
The disc is moving. This must lead to the next part of Shah's gauntlet.
Oh, it's moving, is it? I wouldn't have known. Here I thought the entire temple was shifting around us. Idiot. Right, now we're down here. We need 3 more gems, I see. So you can come down here with your first gem. And then you're just stopped.
Let's see.
Unless you lockpick this. Which you will not be doing. Okay.
Spill the blood of Selûne and rise a warrior of Shah.
And whose blood are we spilling is the Night Songer Selûnite. You can actually get in here with one gem because you can cast a knock spell on the door. That doesn't sound intended. Right, well, we need mine, and then 2 of them are in Shadowheart's inventory.
What am I to do?
Successfully inserted!
Can't give up now.
Venture into the inner sanctum. The path is open. The relic lies just ahead. There's nothing else we want to do, is there? Find parasites, Prince Orpheus, Baldur's Gate, Baldur's Gate. Same thing. We don't know. Kill Ketheric. We don't know where these 2 are. Later. 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 I guess. We didn't find Zariel's asset. You feel a bit like Shah would appreciate the attempt at lateral thinking, assuming it was a Sharan who did that.
At the ready.
Yeah, Sharan philosophy would say that Kirk did not cheat the Kobayashi Maru. Kirk beat the Kobayashi Maru.
This must be where initiates undertook their final preparations.
You show
The end
great
is near.
potential. Do not falter. One test awaits. Descend to the night song. Make a sacrifice. Rise again. A dark justiciar.
Shadowfell entrance. Oh dear. We have gifts. Gift of Mercy, Darkness, and Secrets. Let's go to the Gift of Secrets.
Trust your secrets to the night. Deliver the Night Mother's mercy upon her enemies. Shroud yourself in blackest night.
Okay, we don't seem to be able to do anything. They're just things to be read, not things to be used. Oh boy. This is gonna be a whole thing, isn't it?
This must be the last step. I need to pray. Only by Lady Shah's grace did we even make it this far.
Will we get in trouble for parasiting her right now? Probably. We passed.
You feel your mind slip into Shadowheart's. But you are not the only one present. There is another. Ancient, commanding, rendered from purest darkness. Shah.
Take my spear, step forward, and strike down the Selûnite.
As you command, Nightsinger.
Now go. Warm my blade with moon-crazed blood.
Shit.
And be wary of your companion. He pries in your thoughts.
That wasn't for you to hear.
I deserve to know what I'm getting into.
It's simple. My Lady Shah demands a sacrifice. One life. Not that it matters, but her reward aligns with your own interests.
Life. I'm not going to challenge her just yet, but let's move on.
Just remember what I said. Let me do what I need to.
She doesn't seem that upset about it. Back up to 100. You can tell Shah is worth following because she tells all of her followers to do a murder. Yeah, well.
No time for Danny.
Maybe she should date Baal. Help her become a Dark Justiciar. I think this is going to be a bit of conflict here.
Your party is gathered. You are ready. Or so you hope.
Are you sure you want to proceed? Depending on your choices, the state of the region could change. Some quests may become unavailable. Is there anything we have forgotten to do? I don't believe there is. Nobody has any ideas. The missing things, the things that I would be worried about, are the lack of Zevlor, the lack of Maul, the lack of Zariel's asset, and the lack of Grand Duke Ravengard. However, there is an area we haven't explored. It's the rest of that horrible place next to the oubliette. But I did not find a way in. So if you're not supposed to go there yet, then all of those things could be there. All of those are part... Okay, yeah. I can see that really annoying someone, though, because, like, I wouldn't be able to just go in here, right? I'd still be looking for ways into that area I saw. I would have to be told. Like, I'd need to Google it. Be like, hey, can you get into here before you go to the... Yeah. Before I'd be willing to go through here. It's a little awkward on that.
No time to rest.
Yeah, come on.
Better not be cursed.
Well, we saved in any case. Hello? Just give me the button.
Your party is...
There we go. Yes. Run through the shadows. Running in the shadows. The Shadowfell is another plane, like... It's not quite like the ethereal astral plane. It's like the opposite of the Fey realm, is it?
Lady Shah. I can feel her all around. This is her domain. This is the Shadowfell.
You did well. Better than I would have credited you with. Now, hurry along and bear witness to my masterpiece.
Oh,
this is the Dark Lady's domain. He does not belong here.
How did you get here?
Simple. I followed you. It seems Shah still holds a grudge against General Thorm, and so sought to prevent me from entering in his name. Luckily, you were the perfect agent in helping me slip past her defenses. Now the Night Song is within reach.
Quite the elaborate setup. Is the Night Song truly worth it?
a shadow of a doubt. But don't take my word for it. Come, see for yourself.
Night Song's prison.
Unburdened, as if the softest push could send me drifting away.
We all have featherfall here, which I guess is a mechanical way of describing this place has bad or has low gravity.
Don't waste a step. Let's have a look.
We can also jump farther. Which is good and bad. It's good because it's freedom. It's bad because this means they might place things out of my sight. Whee!
Just a little bit further. See my actions, Lady Shah. Hear my words of faith.
She must be there.
We can talk later.
Oh, all right.
Let's chat later. Got to keep my wits about me.
This is very similar to when we confronted the dream visitor in the prison, except this is bigger.
Witness my adoration.
What happens? I mean, not in game, but what happens if you miss your fucking jump and you just end up floating into nothing? I don't think Shar saves you. It's like falling in the ways in the Wheel of Time. Kill her.
I have emptied my heart of falsehoods.
Really? I thought Shar was all about the lies.
I have vanquished your foes.
Descend to her. Look upon her.
Buy her dinner first.
As sure as night will fall.
Yeah, there really are no secret side things to jump to or anything. Which is good. I'd lose my mind looking for them if there were. Sorry, ambient music. Could you fuck off? I'm trying to listen to the conversation. Where the hell am I jumping? There, apparently. Night Song of Late. Singer of Sorrows. Soul Caged. Asimar! Yeah, Shadowheart, we're gonna have to have a talk about whether or not killing her is a good idea. I think it isn't.
Do what you need. I cannot prevent you. But you know as well as I. I will come for you.
Poor child. So enthralled by gory revenge fantasies, you may find yourself disappointed by reality.
Let us find out.
I like how it just appears to be too shadowy. Like she's not in a cage, that so much as someone's just grabbing her. Some shadow ghost is just like. Yeah, I was warned. I was warned going into Act 2 that there's a portion of the game that you have to bring Shadowheart with you, or I didn't know if it was the whole gauntlet or just the Shadowfell. I mean, I didn't know if it was the whole gauntlet or just what comes after, because I didn't know we were going here necessarily until just now, but I didn't know if it was the gauntlet or past the point of no return thingy.
Do you hunger for more company? Am I not enough to keep you
But I was told not to let her out of the party when we go here. I wouldn't have anyway, because it's obviously tied to her character. Like, I didn't go to the Githyanki Crèche without Lae'zel, did I? Some things are very silly to do without a given party member. I wouldn't go to Cazador's mansion without Astarion. I wouldn't go to... If I knew that the Duke Ravengard was going to be in a scene, I would bring Will. You know what I mean? Alright. Hopefully, Shadowheart does not insist upon a bad action here the same way Astarion insisted on the death of the demon.
Balthazar, come to add more bars to my cage? Or perhaps to lead this would-be Justicia's blade directly to my heart?
Oh, you don't have to worry about me.
I invite you. Heap more sins upon your head. My retribution will be all the sweeter for them.
All this time, and you still fail to appreciate the gifts I bestowed on you, Aelin. Sad to see a thing of beauty not recognize its own worth. But General Thorm, he appreciates you, and he wants you close at hand. So, I am here to whisk you back to him.
Ketheric. I welcome the sight of him after these 100 years. He whose immortality I supply with my very soul.
General Thorm. I'm sure you'll be on your best behavior for him, but just in case, I've taken some precautions. Keep back. It will take quite some concentration to secure Aelin for her little journey.
The Night Song is Shah's sacrifice. She's my destiny. He cannot have her.
I am wearing Justiciar armor. I wonder if that's noted. Wait, the Night Song's a person.
Person? Please. You insult her. You insult me. Aelin is so much more than that. She is an Aasimar, bound to a soul cage of my creation, and lending her immortal strength to General Thorm. Her power, his will, and my genius. An unsurpassable feat.
Ramblings most unsane. Poor Balthazar, for maggots ate his brain long ago.
Hold your tongue, Aelin, or I'll take it away from you again. And you, no more questions. No more interference.
The Night Song is angel born. It deserves freedom. I don't want to say that in front of Shadowheart right now. Deal with Balthazar first, then deal with Shadowheart. I think Shadowheart can come around. But I don't think we should start on that while he's standing here and very likely to be imminently hostile. If she's the reason Ketheric Thorm is invulnerable, you're not taking her. Leave. Or you're a dead man.
Dead man? You haven't been paying attention, have you? Perhaps I'll revive your carcass and add you to my retinue. Then you'll have all the time in the world to think on your mistakes.
Let us take a moment and recall that note about the unwilling donor for Marcus's wings being Jesus! Right, that's a lot. Well, I dare say we focus on him, right? Because he can summon more. And he's also protecting them. Get away from the edge. Well, these two aren't going to be able to. He goes before them, but I can. Although I'll get an attack of opportunity. It's worth it. Very worth it. Let's... What cool arrows do we have? What is he considered? He's undead, right? Yeah, I don't think we have an arrow of undead slaying. Could we use turn undead? Not on him, but... And Shadowheart has her turn. Now's probably a good time to use that. The second time you tried this fight, you ran straight to Balthazar and shoved him off of a cliff. I mean, he's not really in a position where that would work. Go to this. It's 12 to save, they rolled 13. No. That's a shame. That did not hit you very much. That hit more.
What now?
What now is we go into a more central spot and we cast haste on Karlach.
My power walks with you.
Now we hope that your turn isn't too devastating. He hastens himself. Interesting. Ray of Sickness. I'll give that a counterspell. Wasn't allowed to do it twice. Okay, what big fuck off and fuck you spell can she do? She's got Destructive Wave, but that's nearby, isn't it? It's not something she can target. Yeah. And that will hit allies, won't it? Presumably. Then there's Insect Plague. But we could also just upcast one of our go-tos. What if we just called lightning biggest hit possible on Balthazar? Does he have anything against lightning damage? Destructive Wave will not hit allies. Go in the center and hit boom. Oh, okay. Yeah. It'd be fun to try something new. Can I hopefully... I don't know that I can reach Balthazar with it is the only issue, but...
On the move.
Or she could use Turn Undead. Which does what again to them? Yeah, it doesn't hurt them. It's not destroy undead or anything. Destructive Wave Necrotic, Destructive Wave Radiant. Ah yes, it won't hit Balthazar, but it will hit most... not all, well, not really, there's a bunch over there. But it will hit a lot. I think this is a great idea. I don't know what the 75% is, but I'm still going to do it. Yeah, I'll take that. Throw a heal on Astarion, because you've got the ability, and I don't think I'll use a spiritual weapon.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Karlak can eat an opportunity attack just to get into the center, I think. Well, maybe she won't if she goes this way. She didn't. Nice. She can rage. She can rage if she wants to. She can throw her returning pike. And then she got 4 throws, all at Balthazar, hopefully. He is resistant, so it's going to take a bit to get him down, but I think that's more important than killing the mooks. Especially because if they melee, they're going to get blinded, because we're all sort of a little bit together. Not the best start, Karlak. Is that 30? No, 10, 4, 3. That's fine. I still think that her ratio of critical misses is just suspiciously high. For a fact that it's a 1 in 20 chance each time, she gets it a lot more than 1 in every 20 hits. She's getting it in 1 in every, like, 5 or 6.
You think striking down my body will be the end of me?
Well, that's a concerning line. Maybe he just reappears in the body of one of these fuckers. When you kill him, but there's only one way for me to find out.
My faith will protect me.
Saved on Lathander's light. Fuck off. The good news is a lot of these are very weak and their chance to hit is pretty low, and when they do hit, they don't hurt much. The destroyers might be an issue, though. Yeah, they like to shove. Yeah, absorb elements, why not? Take nothing. Lots of misses. Love that. Don't love that. You're not really going to be able to hit Balthazar right now. Why do you have disadvantage? Oh, because you're poisoned. I'm not really going to be fixing that. It's only going to last one more turn, but he's just going to have to do a... He gets a flat hit against you. So there's that at least. I think I'm just going to have to attack.
Time to push my luck again.
I could go for Balthazar before his turn, but I don't think I can kill him. I mean, maybe if I use a high-level Dissonant Whispers. Or Guiding Bolt. Am I allowed to upcast Guiding Bolt? Yes! But I'm unlikely to hit with it. Is it worth it to prevent him from having a turn? I don't actually know if it will prevent him from having a turn. Or we can cast it on the thing that's threatening me. I can be a lot more likely to hit if I eat an attack of opportunity. That's true. Actually, it doesn't even say I will. Let's just do it. I am full health. Well, 73 out of 75.
Time to press ahead.
You're blind! You don't attack! Now, how much upcast would we want? Technically, we don't need much for its max damage, but the low damage is still going to be pretty low, but he does... he's not actually vulnerable to it. Shame. Would it be better then to use one of my other options? Nope, that's less likely to hit. I should use Guiding Bolt. You say level 4 and choose the auto crit. Yeah, that'd be the safest way. Okay. Bye! What did that update? Oh, find the wizard in Baldur's Gate who wants the night. I completely forgot. Yeah, no. There's a wizard who wants the night song and sent Roland? Wasn't that a thing? And then Roland or like the adventurers in the first act were looking for the night song and failed. That's when we first heard about it. And like, I think it's Roland's boss. Is it? It's the only wizard I remember hearing about. I might be conflating those two storylines. Aradin. That motherfucker did nothing but drop cloud kills on you and he didn't... To be fair, I didn't give him a second turn. Cloud kill. That sounds awful. Anyway. Well, we defeated Balthazar. Who's got the lowest HP? Technically the lowest HP here is the Night Song, but let's not shoot her. It'd be very funny, but let's not. Let's go for this Apostate Defender, 4 HP. Anyway, there's a wizard... Okay, I don't actually know if it's Roland's boss, but I know that Roland's boss is an important wizard in Baldur's Gate, and I know that there's a wizard that wants the Night Song. They may be the same guy, or I might just be taking two concepts and smushing them together. I like Cloud Kill when I'm using it. I don't like it when the others are using it. Yeah. So, what can we do with Shadowheart now? We can do a level 4 something. We can't do the big boom again. A shatter might be the safest way to not hit our friends, because we can hit 3. Oh, can we not? Yeah, they're arranged in such a way that it's... Oh, this would be alright, because it would just hit her, but... Do you get hit by your own shatter? Does that affect anything? I don't think shatter needs to be... require your eyes, does it? Oh, as in she needs to move, she can't cast far away. Spirit Guardians! Right, I forgot about that one. At level 4, because surely we're gonna rest after Balthazar. They didn't die. Might have Karlak kill some of the ones around her and then she can walk better.
My turn.
At least these two. Never mind the 2 HP guy.
Want to do it?
Bye-bye. Spirit Guardians are cute little birdies. Yes. Would she hit them up there by being down here? I don't know. Those guys are too far away.
Have to keep going.
No, that's Lathander's light. Damn.
Bye forever, pal.
She could jump. Not anymore. Move too much.
This'll help.
There it is.
Where do I go from here?
I'm sure the game will resume soon. Where are you? Oh, Jesus. Well, I'm going to counterspell that because Astarion's getting bullied. Did they just re-blind her? You know you could blind another member of the party.
Survival is all that matters.
Okay, I like the idea of throwing a shatter over there on these three. I have my level 5, but I don't have any level 5 spells learned. It feels like overkill. Let's do it at level 4. Sure thing.
There's blood in the air.
It is hard to fucking identify these ones, but let's try this.
Yes, here.
Farewell to thee. There's one over there. There's one over there. And there's one over there, but Shadowheart can maybe walk to you and get you Lathandered and Spirit Guarded. Yeah, there we are. And then you could maybe just shoot it. Nope.
I got this.
It'll die next turn. Well, actually, Karlak will probably just throw. If she can reach everybody, because they're all quite far away now. Can you throw at this one?
My little trick.
Good, and can you throw at this one? Not that. This. Okay, can you throw at this one? There we go! That's the lot.
Moving ahead.
Soul Cage Research. Circle of Bones. Necromancer. Wear this. Check it out now. Soul Cage Research. Rambling notes in a spidery, jagged hand fill the volume. They speak of a soul cage binding the life force of one to that of another. A crude drawing shows two figures side by side. The one on the left appears to have a dagger protruding from its chest, while the one on the right has a corresponding wound in its own. Must be what's going on here. Looking at the time, I should save and stop and resolve this conflict next time, which is just tomorrow, so it's not going to be a huge wait. But we need to either speak to Shadowheart or to her the Night Song, and my guess is we need to talk her down from killing. Do you want to do this? How long, realistically, is this conversation going to take? Will there be a spot for me to save the game right after it? Okay. If it's not going to drag me into another fight, then I'm alright. In that case, though, we will quickly walk around and... Yeah, if I can save right after, that's fine. I mean, my intent would be to rest, but I didn't want to do a long... like, if I'm not going to get dragged into a fight, then I can rest and save after this is resolved. Okay, that's not too bad. It's very impressive of Balthazar to summon these fuckers in a split second without, you know, taking up a turn or weakening himself. Almost suspicious.
Ascend in her silver blood.
Okay, not too much going on there. There were more that I could loot, but I'd have to jump. Let's see if talking to Shadowheart is a thing at the moment.
Whatever it is, save it for now.
Do you mind?
I didn't think so.
Do you mind?
Focus for the minute. We'll be out of here soon.
Alright, some of them died in her circle. The circle itself seems decorative. We're not getting pushed away. She is the one who is bound, not us. Not anybody who enters the perimeter. But still, let's not crowd her. I said let's not crowd her. Get out of the way.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Balthazar has drawn his final rancid breath. A pity it was not my hand that brought it about. Instead, it was you. You, who have come to seek the praise of your wicked goddess. You, who have come to drive a dagger through my heart.
Not a dagger, a spear. My Lady Shah's spear. Her fate is mine to seal. Let me handle this.
The fate you seal is your own. To be a Dark Justiciar is to turn your heart from everything but loss. You will know no love, no joy, only servitude, until of course your mistress inevitably discards you. And there is much she does not tell you. A terrible blood price that may extend beyond my own death.
You feel Shadowheart bristling. This is important to her. But your bond is strong. You may yet be able to sway her from the path of duty to the path of light. And Nightsong is not blind to your conflict. Behind that raging heart is the restless beat of one who knows too well that her fate hangs in the balance.
Scary. Is this truly what you want?
Yes, I think so. My whole life's been leading to this. No turning back now.
I want to see... My intention is for her not to do this, but I want to see if lighter touches can work. I don't want to go with 4 unless that's the only one that manages to do it. Choose your own way, Shadowheart. You cannot allow your goddess to control you.
Cannot allow! This is my mistress's will, my life's purpose!
No, it's not. Your life is whatever you make it. Don't give up on yourself. I learned guidance so that I could do this without you. Shar, I'm not amused by that. What? I think that's still a fail. It depends on how good the guidance. Yeah. I'm gonna hit continue and see what happens, but I'm gonna reload before I'm gonna just accept that.
If I have to step over your corpse to fulfill what Lady Shah asks of me, so be it. Your choice.
Well, yeah, no, it's literally that simple. You cannot have it this way unless you pass that roll. Or you kill her.
I didn't want to fight. I wanted you to see reason. A foolish notion, clearly.
Nah. There are players out there who would let the dice decide that that's how their first run was going to go, but it just sounds depressing to me. Like, I'm sure it's a whole big thing here where you can support Shadowheart as a Shar follower, or you can turn her away from it, right? And that then creates two very different Shadowhearts for the rest of the game, with a wealth of content tied to each.
Yes, I think so. My whole life's been leading to this.
I don't know how long it's going to be till I play this again, and... God, that noise can stop. I'm not interested in playing a fairly good aligned party and then having to deal with that, because, like, it's like the choice is less between, oh, do we accept this bad decision? Like, I'd sort of have to kill her, and that's a lot less fun. You can, but then I assume that she's gonna fucking... do the bad thing. Because evidently she was about to kill me over her right to do the bad thing.
Cannot allow. This is my mistress's will, my life's purpose.
Let's see how this goes. Well, that was easier. Well done.
Can't believe I did that. Shah will disown me. Now I'm truly lost.
You were already lost, little warrior. A lost child, frightened by wolves.
How do you know that?
What did you say?
Much has been promised to you, hasn't it? But what has been taken from you? What do you know of your own heart? Your own life? Lay a hand on me in friendship, not quite Sharon. And I will fight the battle that has been waiting for me this last century. Then, oh then, we will have much to discuss.
If you trust her, she just does it. Oh, well, there you go.
Our Lady of Silver, hear me. She who guides the Moon Maiden Seluna, mother of the so-called Night Song. The Night Song is no more!
Well, then what are you? Oh, clothes.
resplendent. You have given me a great gift, little warrior. Don't you find it oh so curious that you would spurn your dark lady? Perhaps you feel a stirring of the truth already. But that will come later. There is a battle yet to be fought. You have done what we feared was impossible. You have released me from a century of sorrow. Your power is great. So too must be your weapon. You must choose what you will wield. And the Moon Maiden will provide. Thus I have said. Thus will it be so. Are you ready?
Am I choosing her dialogue now? Ready for what?
To kill Ketheric Thorm.
Wings are back.
We need to leave. Lady Shah won't stand for us to be here, not after what we did.
Trying to talk her into doing the right thing leads to DC 30 checks because she now has something to push back against. Letting her own doubt... Okay, if you fail the check and then tell her to do what she wants, what does she do? Does she then... Do you then influence her out of her doubts by failing to reinforce them? I guess for me, it's part of it is like, you know, the check is incredibly difficult, but also I'm a character suited to it. Like, I didn't have to roll. I had a 50% chance, really. I just had to get above the 10s. And after failing, what was it, 4 times, 5 times in a row, I was like, no, I'm just gonna load until we get there, because that's bullshit. I imagine it's actually... I would assume it's not difficult to get her to kill the Night Song, because if you push her to do it, it's a lot easier than pushing her not to, and if she has the reinforcement of the people next to her, her doubts would be like... It seemed like a delicate thing to me, right? I don't know. It's something I will probably explore when I play this game again. If Shar is angry, she's being remarkably quiet about it.
That's what frightens me. She must be angry. Yet, I don't feel it. Or hear it. There's only silence. Let's get out of here, please. Whatever's coming, I don't want to be in the heart of the Shadowfell when it finds me. The Night Song will be headed for Moonrise Towers. We'd better get there and see what she's unleashed against Ketheric Thorm.
Oh boy, what are you doing? Oh! Good news, Thaniel. Ceremonia alarm. We freed Night Song and have been blessed by Selune for saving her daughter. We received the Moonlight Glaive.
I am ready.
This might be a fun thing to throw.
What's the story?
Nobody made me do anything. The DC wasn't 30. Well, it doesn't say throne, does it?
Let's get on with it.
Well, you hold it. It's yours, even if I don't put it on you.
Is that blood?
But
Never mind.
that'll be the end of today. I like that Balthazar's like, he really should be falling off, but he's not. Okay. We'll probably sleep if we can. I don't think we can in here, but when we can. Let's leave it right there. Tomorrow, we go back to the Shadow-Cursed lands. May just be the lands now. And see what our work has wrought. Fare thee well.